So in this video, I wanted to spend a few minutes looking at this pen. This is the Sakura Craftlab 002. Not a very popular pen, but I was able to pick one up recently and I've been playing with it, so I wanted to talk a little bit about it. You might know about Sakura Craftlab, or maybe you don't. It's not a brand. Like Sakura is, of course, the ink brand, the pen brand. They brought you the Jelly Roll and a bunch of the Micron pens, but they have the Craft Lab, which I think is sort of their high-end pens. At least that's my understanding of it. And these pens are not that popular in the U.S. You could find them on eBay and other places. They're becoming increasingly easy to find, but they're rather expensive. And there's about, I think, 5 or 6 models right now: the 001, 002, 003, and so forth. And they range in price from about $40, like this one, up to around, I don't know, 110, 120, something like that. So anyway, that's Sakura Craft Lab. And you can definitely find them on eBay. Like randomly, they're on eBay. A couple different Japanese pen retailers are starting to sell them now. So this is let's see if we can see that, the 002 gel ink pen. So what's the deal with this gel ink pen? So it is a twist retractable pen with that top mounted twist mechanism. This is a design that we're seeing a whole lot of lately in this, call it like the $30 to $40 price range, where you have a very simple pen, often with no clip, and then the mechanism is just a twist at the top. I guess it's really simple, or maybe there's one company somewhere manufacturing all of them, and everyone is just modifying, taking something off the shelf and modifying it. It's hard to say why it's happening, but we saw the that leak term, whatever, 1917 pen recently, about $35. Very similar to this. The Baron Fig Squire, very similar. And there's a whole list of pens in this class. This is one of them. Sells for about $40 right now on eBay and wherever else you could find it. It's not a lot of places. This one has a couple different changes to the formula, which we'll get into. Okay, so the materials are quite nice. It's a surprisingly heavy pen with a lot of weight to it, and we'll get into why in a second. But here is a top twist piece. It has these nice rounded area you can grab, and you could twist it. Only goes in one direction. This piece, it feels plasticky, like it was made of a very nice plastic, but it's actually metal. And you could see it has a couple little, I've dropped it, been using it for a while. It's a couple little gouges in it. You could see that coating has started to come off and some metal's coming through. So it's a nice hefty piece of metal. There's a little kind of seam right here, which, I don't know, to me looks a little sloppy. I can't tell if why it's there, but anyway, it is there. It looks like there should have been an O-ring or something in that, but from what I could tell, this is just how it ships. Then you have that little Sakura, the little flower icon that they have. You can see this is actually like imprinted under the plastic, like as if it was made into the plastic on the underside. So it's actually really nicely done. It's very, very subtle. And you only have one of them with no logo on the pen. And if you look at the box, you could see, there you go, that little flower logo is there as well. The body is a translucent plastic that gives it this sort of very cool look to it. It's kind of like, I think it would almost come across fuzzy in the video because it's just like I said, it's just a translucent piece of plastic that's like sort of grayish, but that's from the metal under there. The plastic itself seems to be either white or just maybe slightly gray, and yeah, like it just looks blurred in the video, even though it's not. It's just a really cool look. It's kind of like like ghost colored or something like that. I don't know. It's just it's really interesting. Metal front piece here, very, very simple. And that's it. There's no clip. There's no logo. There's very little to this pen. It has a really nice weight to it. No grip area. It's all this just hard plastic. And has some grip to it. But it's a hard plastic. It's slightly rubberized, but it's not like the grip of a pen like this Ion. It's harder than that, but it's not a hard plastic like a Bic Crystal, if that makes sense. Okay, so to get at the refill, you would just turn this piece here. We could see there's a nice heavy-duty spring. The front cone piece is all metal, painted metal, very nicely done. And then we could see inside the body why that pen is so heavy. That piece of plastic is wrapped around brass. And from what I can tell, it's hard to tell in the video, it looks like that brass goes all the way down. So you have a nice brass rod, that's 4.5 inches long, whatever, and that has enough, it's a dense material, so it gives the pen a lot of heft, and the heft is nice and evenly distributed across the pen. It's not over just right here. Okay, so here's the refill for that pen. I think looking at this pen, I would have expected to see a Parker style, a G2 refill, but it's definitely not. It is this, I guess this is a proprietary refill from Sakura. It kind of looks like a Pilot G2 refill, but shortened. It says here it is let's see if we can get that, the R-LGB, I guess 6. It's a little scuffed up. 65A, number 49. This is a hard plastic. It's a gel refill. When I bought the pen, it came with an extra one. It looks like this. Sakura Craft Lab refill for gel ink pen. And then not too much in the way of details. No pricing information here. You see that Crapos. That's the company behind Sakura. I guess it's a 200 yen, about $2 refill. And then R-LGB. Oh, it's a 05A, number 49. So put this back. It slides right in here. Kind of wiggles in. This goes back. And we'll do some writing. Just really quickly, I forgot to mention this before. This body, it's not a very hard plastic, so it has gotten a couple scuffs on it and scrapes. That's just like maybe a pen wrote on or something, but it does pick up a couple marks here and there. So it looks really nice, I would say. It looks like it's in good condition, but if you look closely, you could see this thing, the softer plastic has picked up some imperfections. And this is a nice, smooth gel ink. So this is the Sakura Craft Lab. Again, 002. Nice, smooth. I think this is probably a 0.7 millimeter, but it might be a 0.5 millimeter. It's right, I would say, in between the two. It writes nicely. Not really overly exceptional for a gel ink. It's not like I guess it writes like a Zebra, but, Sakura has enough gel pens. This is like the company behind the gel pen historically. So, the best comparison I would say would be to a Zebra Sarasa, but obviously a closer comparison might be just to a Sakura, one of their Jelly Roll pens, although it doesn't seem quite as smooth or quite as wet as the Jelly Rolls. This is more of an everyday writing type pen, and the Jelly Rolls kind of, for me, always felt like more of a pen used for artistic purposes. Anyway, that's the Sakura Craft Lab 002. It's a really fun pen. Looks really nice. Unfortunately, it's kind of caught up in that like set of $30 to $40 gel pens with no clip and that twist retractable mechanism. There's just kind of a lot of them there, and they kind of blend in to one another. I like that Like Term 1917 or Like Term. I always forget how they say it. 1917. That's my favorite out of the bunch. That one's like $25-ish, which is on the high side for what I would expect to pay for a pen like that. This one is at least $40, and then you're probably going to have to pay shipping. So you end up paying like, I don't know, maybe $45, $50 for this pen, which for me is not worth it, even though it's a really fun, interesting pen. They're still pretty hard to find. Hopefully become more available in the coming years or coming months. So that's it. Sakura Craft Lab 002. Thanks for watching.